Good morning. On behalf of Sacred Path, our Labyrinth ministry, I'd just like to remind everyone that the Stations of the Cross have been put back into the Labyrinth for Holy Week. They'll be available all week long through Holy Saturday, and you'll find the devotional booklets in the usual places, narthex, parlor entrance, and the pocket by the double doors. Thank you. I hope you have a chance to participate or take advantage of this special devotional at this time of year. Thanks.
One of the things I love most about my church, Damascus Methodist, is the labyrinth in our courtyard. Though I have made a promise to walk it often, my workload and the stress during this COVID-19 pandemic has kept me from doing so. But I renewed my vow to walk it more often since Norm has passed away. When I put on my prayer shawl and step onto the path of the labyrinth, I feel once again like I am stepping into a very sacred space. The labyrinth is not a maze with dead ends or false turns. It winds back and forth, but there is only one pathway in or out. To walk it, you must walk carefully. Concentrate on keeping your feet on the narrow path as you slowly wind your way into the center and out again. I have never had much success at meditation, but having to focus carefully on my feet as I walked proved to be very effective in quieting my restless mind. My breathing slowed. I lost track of the passage of time. When Norm was dying, someone told me that when words fail, tears are also prayers. For me, walking the labyrinth has also become a form of prayer, a prayer in motion. The sky overhead is the roof of this incredible cathedral in our courtyard. The birdsong and the breeze through the trees are hymns lifted heavenward. Each step is a prayer unto itself. These last few months have been difficult for me to navigate, and our present situation, living with the coronavirus, has only made it much more difficult. Our world was hurting so much before all of this began, and the fear and uncertainty has weighed so heavily on my heart and soul to the point where I find it difficult to pray. Oftentimes, I simply don't have the words. When I reached the flower-shaped center, I read the Genesis creation story, stepping into each of the 6 petals as I read what God created on each day. I took long moments to pray and contemplate the sacrifice Jesus made by dying on the cross for our salvation. And then I prayed for God to be with all of us through the struggles, grief, and uncertainty during this pandemic. I prayed that we would not soon forget the lessons learned from this experience once we get to the other side of it, the new connections formed, the new ways of living and connecting in our isolation, and the unity of working together, helping our neighbors. Sometimes I carry a small stone with me and leave it in the center, a tangible symbol of letting go, of laying all my fears, pain, and grief at the feet of God. Walking out of the labyrinth as slowly as I walk in brings a feeling of release, like a long, slow exhale. I frequently feel as though a great weight has been lifted. And when I leave the labyrinth, I often leave filled with the gift of God's amazing peace and serenity, enough to face another day.